Imagine your mind is a billion-dollar fortress. It's protected by the most advanced security systems, high-tech sensors, and unbreakable steel walls. It is your most valuable asset, the place where your peace, your creativity, and your power reside. But let's look at the reality of your daily life. Is that fortress actually secure? Or are you letting just about anyone walk in and trash the place? Think about it. A rude driver cuts you off in the morning, and suddenly your fortress is under siege. An anonymous comment on social media mocks your work, and you hand over the master keys. A toxic coworker makes a passive-aggressive remark, and you let them burn the whole place to the ground. You spend the rest of your day, maybe even your week, replaying those moments. You lose sleep. Your chest feels tight. You're mentally rehearsing arguments you'll never have, building elaborate revenge scenarios in your head. You tell yourself that this is a natural reaction. You believe that they did this to you, that they have some mystical access code to your emotions that allows them to make you miserable whenever they please. But here is the cold, hard truth that most people are too weak to accept. No one has access to your emotions unless you give them the code. When you get angry at someone's words, they aren't doing anything to you. You are doing it to yourself. You are picking up the burning coal they threw near you and choosing to hold it in your bare hands, wondering why you're the one getting burned while they've already moved on with their lives. Today, I'm going to teach you how to take that code back and become truly untouchable. Why are we so easily triggered? Why does a single sentence have the power to ruin our entire day? To solve this, we have to strip away the drama and look at the raw, biological reality. Let's say someone looks you in the eye and says, "You're a failure." What actually happened? Physically, it's nothing but sound waves. Particles of air vibrating at a certain frequency hit your eardrums. Your brain processes those signals into language. That is the objective reality. Everything that happens after that point, the surge of adrenaline, the sinking feeling in your stomach, the obsessive thoughts, is not caused by the words. It is caused by the story your ego starts writing the moment it hears them. Most people live their entire lives as biological puppets. A stimulus happens, and they react. Event, emotion. They completely skip the most powerful part of being human, the gap in the middle called interpretation. You think you're reacting to the event, but you're actually reacting to what you think the event means about your value as a human being. If a stranger yells at you in traffic, you interpret it as, "He thinks I'm weak. I must prove him wrong." If your boss ignores your email, you interpret it as, "I'm about to be fired. I'm not good enough." The harsh reality is that you only get hurt when you secretly believe the person might be right. If I called you a purple giraffe, would you get angry? Of course not. You'd probably think I was losing my mind, because the statement has zero basis in your reality. But if someone calls you incompetent and you blow up, it's because deep down, you have an unhealed wound of insecurity. Your anger isn't strength. It's a desperate, loud defense mechanism trying to cover up a core belief that you aren't enough. We live in a modern culture that rewards sensitivity and encourages us to feel offended. But being offended is a choice. It is a declaration that you have no internal anchor and that your self-worth is up for public auction to the highest bidder, or in most cases, the lowest. To become unbothered, you don't need to become a monk or live in a cave. You need a psychological armor built on 3 pillars: the gap, the projection, and the ego death. The difference between a victim and a master is exactly 3 seconds. Most people react in milliseconds. They are slaves to their nervous systems. From today, when a trigger hits, when someone insults you, ignores you, or disrespects you, you are going to stop. You are going to count to 3. In those 3 seconds, you are going to perform a mental extraction. You step out of your body and look at yourself from the corner of the room. You observe your physical state. Interesting, my heart rate is increasing. My palms are getting sweaty. My brain is trying to generate an insult in response. When you observe the emotion, you are no longer the emotion. You become the scientist studying the specimen. You regain the power to choose your response instead of being a slave to your reflex. You need to understand a fundamental law of human psychology. People do not see you, They see a reflection of themselves through the lens of their own trauma. 90% of the rudeness and toxicity you encounter has absolutely nothing to do with you. When someone is being a jerk, they are merely externalizing the internal war they are losing. They are carrying a heavy bag of trash, their own insecurities, their failures, their bad childhoods, and they are looking for a place to dump it. If you get angry, you are telling them, "Yes, please, dump your trash on me. I'll carry it for you." Once you realize that an insult is just a confession of the other person's pain, your anger transforms into something else: pity. When a coworker tries to bring you down, realize they are terrified of your potential. When a stranger is rude, realize they probably hate their own life. Why would you let someone who is miserable have the power to dictate your mood? That's like letting a bankrupt person manage your investment portfolio. It makes zero sense. The reason you want to be right or respected is because your ego is a hungry ghost that never stops demanding validation. It wants the world to agree with its version of reality. But the truly powerful person doesn't need anyone to agree with them. Marcus Aurelius, the great Roman emperor, used to tell himself, "Be like the rocky headland on which the waves break incessantly. It stands fast and lulls the swollen sea to rest around it." Being unbothered means you have moved your source of validation from the outside to the inside. If you know you are a high-value, disciplined, and honorable person, then the opinions of the gray masses are irrelevant. Gold remains gold even if a fool calls it dirt. Only fake jewelry needs a shiny display case and a certificate to prove it's real. When you drop the need to be understood by people who don't even understand themselves, you achieve a level of freedom that 99% of humanity will never know. How do you handle disrespect in the real world without looking like a doormat? This is where active stillness comes in. Being unbothered does not mean you don't take action. It means your action is driven by logic, not emotion. If someone crosses a boundary, you don't scream at them. Screaming is a sign of weakness. It shows they've gotten to you. Instead, you look them in the eye with a flat, neutral expression and state your boundary. "I don't appreciate that tone. We can continue this when you're professional." There is an incredible power in silence. When someone tries to bait you into an argument and you simply look at them, say nothing, and go back to what you were doing, you have won the psychological war. You have signaled to them, and to your own subconscious, that they are not important enough to merit a reaction. You have refused to be a trash can for their baggage. That is true alpha behavior. It's not about who talks the loudest. It's about whose internal world is the most stable. I don't want you to just listen to this. I want you to live it. For the next 7 days, you are going to put your mind through Unbothered Boot Camp. Phase 1, Days 1 to 2. The Observer. Do not try to change your feelings. Just notice them. Every time you feel a ping of annoyance, at a slow internet connection, a loud neighbor, or a late friend, just say to yourself, "There is a feeling of annoyance." Don't judge it. Just watch it pass like a cloud. Phase 2, Days 3 to 5. The Projection Shift. Every time someone is rude to you, create a pain backstory for them. If a waiter is short with you, tell yourself, "He just found out his rent is doubling." Even if it's not true, it trains your brain to stop taking things personally. Phase 3, Days 6 to 7. The Silence Test. During these 2 days, if someone challenges you, criticizes you, or tries to start a drama, your only response is, "Okay," or "I see." Do not explain. Do not defend. Notice how much power you feel when you keep your words and your energy inside your own fortress. The world is not going to get nicer. People are not going to stop being toxic. The chaos of life is a constant. You have 2 choices. You can spend your life trying to calm the storm, which is impossible, or you can learn to be the calm center of the storm. Being unbothered is the ultimate competitive advantage in the 21st century. While everyone else is distracted by petty dramas and emotional outbursts, you are focused. While they are losing sleep over things they can't control, you are building your empire. You are the architect of your own internal reality. Stop giving away the master keys to your fortress for free. Take back your power. If you are ready to become the person that no one can trigger and nothing can stop, I want you to do 3 things right now. 1. Drop a comment saying, "Untouchable." This is your contract with yourself. It's the moment you decide that your peace of mind is no longer for sale. 2. Subscribe and hit the notification bell. Most of the content on this platform is designed to keep you reactive and emotional. This channel is the antidote. We build masters here, not victims. 3. Share this with one person who is currently letting someone else live rent-free in their head. Help them reclaim their fortress. Remember, the only person who can truly bother you is the one you allow to do so. And from this moment on, that list is empty. Go out there and be the rock. Stay focused, stay disciplined, and stay untouchable. I'll see you in the next one.